Welcome to Psychology Refresh. Today we're going to rank MBTI personalities based on their openness. Make sure to watch each one and find out which personalities are open and which are guarded. Some personality types are prone to be guarded, and some just never are. Each individual has their own level of openness. However, based on general tendencies, we have ranked each one of 16 personality types in one of these categories. Here is the MBTI personalities ranking based on their openness. Number 1. ISTJ. ISTJs are extremely private individuals who like to keep the majority of their ideas and aspirations to themselves. Because they are so adept at being polite and social, ISTJs can come across as more outgoing than they actually are. They frequently prefer to keep things to themselves and will only reveal intimate information to extremely select individuals. Number 2. ISFJ. ISFJs tend to be highly private, which might give them the appearance of being very guarded. Even though they frequently confide in their loved ones, they would rather project a more certain picture to others. ISFJs prefer to spend time with their loved ones and family and will usually keep to themselves. ISFJs can be rather cautious about how they are feeling because they frequently do not want to burden others with their emotions. Number 3. ESTJ. Because they are generally talkative and sociable, ESTJs frequently come across as being very open. They don't mind spending hours discussing their personal desires and behaviors, but they usually keep their emotions to themselves. When it comes to their inner feelings, ESTJs are quite guarded and may be afraid to share them with others. If you are enjoying our content, please give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell. Number 4. ESFJ. Due to their extroverted nature and propensity for giving, ESFJs may come across as more open than they actually are. The deepest aspects of an ESFJ are not usually what they communicate with others. They excel at interacting with others and letting people see just enough to sense a connection to the ESFJ. In reality, they find it difficult to fully open up to others, which is why they often choose to pay attention to other people's feelings rather than their own. Number 5. INFJ. INFJs are sometimes perceived as being very guarded and building numerous walls to isolate themselves from others. They are of many layers, some of which may be difficult to remove. But occasionally, the INFJ will run into someone they view as particularly exceptional. That person will be able to connect with the INFJ more quickly than others because they have their complete trust. INFJs are usually quite guarded because they worry that others will criticize or hurt them. However, when they witness something unique that compels them to do so, they do open up to people. Number 6. INFP. Although INFPs may come across as quiet and withdrawn, they aren't often the most guarded individuals. They usually keep things to themselves but will divulge to those who express enough interest to inquire. Because they are sincere people, INFPs are frequently more outgoing than they would want to be. They appreciate sharing things with people yet are frequently afraid of being hurt by others. They are constantly hoping to meet someone who will love exploring their mental landscapes with them. They might take some time to open up, but eventually they'll come across as really sincere and expressive. Number 7. ENFJ. Although ENFJs are sociable beings, this just makes them appear to be somewhat open. They typically reserve sharing certain aspects of themselves with particular people and keep others in the dark. ENFJs enjoy talking and being with people they care about, which frequently causes them to be more outgoing than they would prefer. But they do preserve some things very closely guarded secrets. Number 8. ENFP. Rarely guarded, ENFPs may even feel that they are too frank with others. They usually show a charming natural openness when discussing their emotions. Since they would rather be honest than keep things hidden, ENFPs frequently communicate their views toward someone in an open manner. ENFPs would much rather experience emotional pain than later regret holding back something. They are extremely creative and entertaining people who just like to take in as much of life as they can. Being emotionally guarded would prevent an ENFP from living life to the fullest. Number 9. ISTP. Simply put, ISTPs are very private people who don't want to disclose much about themselves with others. They prefer to spend a lot of time alone and don't like to be around others all the time. Since they could even seem aloof from others, they frequently give the impression of being very guarded individuals. ISTPs don't want to be disturbed by most people because they simply love their alone time. Number 10. ISFP. ISFPs tend to be fairly inward and secretive people, which frequently gives them a guarded appearance. They prefer living in their own little world and remain quiet most of the day. ISFPs have discovered the value of keeping their hearts to themselves and only opening them to those they think deserving. Number 11. ESTP. When it comes to their level of openness, ESTPs can be quite complicated. They mostly remain to themselves, preferring instead to project an air of friendliness and enjoyment. The ESTP frequently shares every aspect of themselves with someone they really trust. They simply do not believe that the majority of people are deserving of this kind of trust, but once they do, they completely open themselves. Number 12. ESFP. In reality, ESFPs are very honest people who regularly open up to total strangers. They enjoy interacting with others and are compelled to be truthful by nature. The ESFP personality type is very outgoing, fun-loving, and prefers to be honest with others. Number 13. INTJ. Due to their intense internality, INTJs may come out as being more reserved. They are frequently content with themselves and do not feel the need to share themselves with most people. An INTJ may take some time to fully trust someone, but once they do, they will feel free to open up with them. They usually become annoyed when others try to coerce openness from INTJs. They rather like to do things on their own terms. They don't necessarily act defensively out of fear, rather they are just unwilling to open up to new people. Number 14. INTP. Even still, INTPs are extremely guarded people, especially when it comes to their emotions. They frequently store a lot of things inside because they are prepared for the worst. An INTP frequently requires a lot of convincing before they can fully trust you. This does not imply that they lack compassion. In fact, they frequently harbor a wide range of emotions. Due to their tendency to draw lessons from their history, INTPs may find it difficult to fully open themselves to others. Until they have had enough time to assess their audience, they frequently keep things to themselves. Number 15. ENTJ. When it comes to their innermost feelings and wants, ENTJs are frequently quite reserved people. They usually look for devoted people who they believe they can confide their secrets in. An ENTJ will undoubtedly feel comfortable opening up to someone if they feel like they have discovered someone who won't condemn them or cause them any damage. They often have excellent character judgment, which gives them confidence in knowing who they can and cannot trust. Because they have regularly witnessed firsthand how disloyal people can be, ENTJs are just guarded. Number 16. ENTP. Since they are usually not concerned with how other people may react, ENTPs are not very guarded people. The ENTP will express themselves if they feel like it and won't base their decision on what other people think. Unless they are confident in their ability to trust someone, they might not be completely honest about some feelings they have. However, ENTPs frequently make snap judgments about people and quickly determine if they can trust a person or not. The ENTP won't be reluctant to discuss private information with them after they have discovered someone in whom they have complete trust. They might speak too much, but they can always find a way to avoid getting into trouble. These videos will be really helpful for you.